during the conversation. And you realize that it takes up a momentary pause as this creature is speaking with you.
Okay.
What
I'll
else?
scrape on the floor. I'll scrape on the ground near me.
Yes, like the sound of metal scraping stone.
Okay. I'm going to, while like keeping up the conversation with the creature, start trying to examine for that with my foot.
Okay. Grasping around with your talons. Are you wearing your little booties still?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Grasping around with your talons, you feel something metal and rusty on the floor, and then you feel it move away, sliding out from under your foot. And the voice says, "You are interested in my implement. It is a gift from the mistress. It allows me to do my work."
I am going to go ahead and take out a python, set it against one of these rivets, and with whatever leverage I can get inside here, start hammering away.
Okay, and it makes a hellacious noise inside.
This probably echoes great in the metal side of this room.
Birdie, which one are you hammering at?
Lower right.
Lower right. Birdie, the lower left rivet on this door seems to be giving off a spark every couple seconds, coinciding with a loud sound on the other side of it.
Oh.
When I say spark, I don't mean like a literal spark of heat. I mean like a fleck of light for a second.
I'm going to take out my crowbar and start banging on the other rivet, banging on this side of the rivet.
Okay. And before too long, both of you are hammering on either side of the rivet, and both sides are giving off a weird glow every time you hit it.
Birdie, let me try and push it out a bit, and then you can pry it.
It's not moving at all. It's riveted in place. But it is reacting somehow.
Is it giving him any light?
Yeah,
Not enough
on the side.
Not enough to see by, because it's only fractional. It's only for a split second each time. But in that split second, there's just not much in here to see. Windy.
Yeah.
The voice asks you. Well, first he tells you that the mistress has given him no tasks. But if you're interested, he can demonstrate for you his work.
Prefer for you to describe it to me first.
Well, that's a loaded question.
He asks you, are you afraid?
And, would you respond, yeah?
He asks what it is you're afraid of.
Whatever, instrument you have down here.
He tells you that as far as he knows, you have not made an enemy of his mistress. But it could be that it's because the mistress doesn't know you're here. Perhaps you are a burglar.
If I'm a burglar, I'm a very poor one.
On that note, he would agree. What are you cats doing with this door over here?
Trying to open it.
How?
Raazu's got the got the track loose. If Adrex can come over and help her get it pushed open, we can push it into the wall.
Adrex is right here. He
wants
to help.
I know. I'm just like, ugh. It's like, yeah,
You loosened it.
yeah. I loosened it for him.
So the idea is like Raazu's going to be applying pressure to the track while Adrex tries to slide it through?
Yeah.
Okay. Which direction are you sliding it, left or right?
I'm gonna say right.
Okay. Let's get a strength check at advantage. Who's making it?
Adrex.
Here comes a 1 and a 2.
Why do you curse me like this?
I don't know. It's fun for me.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
23.
Yeah.
23. And you grunt and strain. You feel the pain in your chest as you're pushing on this door, and it lurches forward about an inch and then catches on something. And you hear the voice inside the room, and you hear it more clearly now. And there's torchlight emanating from the room. And you hear the man, again in undercommon, says, "Yes, please, hurry! Please, hurry!"
But the door didn't open?
It lurched forward about an inch, so you've got an inch of open air looking into this room. But all you can see is kind of the shadows and flickering torchlight. You can't see the source of the voice yet.
We were only able to get an inch. Can you get the crowbar in there?
Yeah, right. I think
Then
Birdie has the crowbar. Thwink. Let's shove a crowbar in there.
Okay.
Use that as leverage.
What's Birdie doing? Is he still hammering at this rivet?
I was gonna say, hey, I switched over to this one.
Okay. What do you do with that one? First of all, do you hand the crowbar over?
I mean, if they need it, yeah, I'll give it to them.
Okay. So which rivet are you hitting on the outside of this door?
Bottom left.
And Windy.
Yeah.
Something catches your attention. I mean, you hear the sound of metal hitting metal on the other side of the door. And every few seconds, every time coinciding with that noise, there's this spark of light for a split second. And now I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Make it at advantage, though.
Okay. There's that 2 and that 3.
Okay.
That's a 7.
This spark of light given off by this rivet for just a split second, but it's consistent because he's kind of hammering at it from the other side. And you see for the first time the creature. And it's just this horrific, ancient drow face protruding from the wall. And its eyes are sunken in black, and its hair is scraggly, and it has this huge, wicked grin. And its lips have been carved away on all sides. And it's holding this rusty sickle.
I don't like that.
And you are terrified of it. And you, as much as you can't slump to the ground, you don't have actual room to sit down in here, but you slump back against the far wall. You throw yourself backwards. Technically, you have to use every action to move as far away from this creature as you can every round. And you hear the thing continue to whistle at you, and it says, "Yes, yes, now you know fear. Now you know my work." Birdie,
This is exactly what I knew was going to happen.
Birdie, the only response you get is Windy's full body throwing against the metal door. And she starts whistling, panicked, on the other side.
How thick do I think these walls are?
Judging by the size of the cell, probably 1 or 2 feet.
Okay.
I mean, Birdie thinks he's doing a good thing, so he's just still banging on the... Like, he thinks he's making progress.
And Windy, I mean, you see this face illuminate, and it gets closer and closer with every... It's like a strobe light going off in here.
If it gets closer and closer to the point where it's just right in front of me, I'm going to headbutt it.
And you do, and it's just like headbutting cold air.
Even if that headbutt is bludgeoning, comma, magical?
Yep, even so.
I would like to go ahead and spend 2 blips to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Which, if the walls are about 2 feet thick, I should be able to get into the next room.
From the west of you, you hear, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god."
Except you hear the whistling version of that. What does that sound like?
It sounds like...
So you're trying to detect Windy's thoughts or this creature?
Well, first I find out... Let me see here. You cast the spell as my action. I can. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try and detect the thoughts of the creature. Surface thoughts.
The surface level thoughts of this creature are torment. torment and exhaustion. Someone who's been trapped for many, many years.
And,
You also
with that-
feel, not from this room,
Mhm.
and you're not sure from where,
Mm-hmm.
you hear you hear a voice come through. You're not sure if it's speaking a language. It sounds like a chittering sound. And it's coming from everywhere at once. And it's not very powerful, but it's there. It's like background static.
And this is an intelligence?
Yes.
Okay.
Both of these things are intelligences.
So as Wendy's yelling, I'll call out loudly in Yuan-ti. So when was the last time the mistress did give an appointment to you? And again, I'm just listening to using the detect thoughts, seeing what I can pick up on the surface when I bring that up.
Okay. He's got to make a wisdom save if you go deeper than that.
Nope,
Is that
I'm
correct?
not pushing. I'm just reading the surface thoughts.
Sitting there, okay. Windy, the creature whistles at you, tells you that your friend is trying to rescue you. He is noble.
That's good. How's he doing?
He tells you had the mistress given him the authority, given that you have proven way more fun so far, he would give you the choice of which of you to work on first.
Good thing she didn't.
What's he thinking right now?
Let me see the exact phrasing here.
Yeah.
I love exact phrasing.
I like how I love it when people cast spells that have 90 paragraphs to them.
I like when people cast spells that feature comma except.
Red, make an insight check.
Yep. That'd be a 21.
21. Given the reaction you're hearing from Windy on the other side, you would expect... you would expect malice in this person's thoughts. You would expect like some kind of sick joy, but that's not what you're getting. You're just getting this weary exhaustion.
Does she allow you to rest between your appointments, or do you just, stay here hanging out with those lovely zombies?
And Windy, you hear the scraping start to move away from you. Back down this long hallway from which it came. Back at the big door.
Back at the big boy's door.
Yeah.
What's the haps over here?
We were trying to get a crowbar in there so we could pry this
Crowbar
thing further open.
Leveraged to pry further open.
Okay. Adrex, make that strength check. You can make it at advantage because you're using this tool.
What are even dice?
You don't have no idea. At this point, though, the muscles in your arms are burning.
They're just spent. All right, and
Let me take over.
Adrex just collapses like, too much strength. I'm such a badass. Even I have my limits.
Raazu steps in, taking the crowbar, holding it in place,
Okay.
and then she attempts as well to push it further open.
Hope you roll better than Adrex did.
I'll try. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. There it is, 23.
You push this crowbar to the point where you think, it might snap in your hands, when suddenly the door lurches forward another couple of inches. And the crowbar clatters out of your hands and you spill to the ground. There's now enough space that Birdie could squeeze into the room.
Is the door snapping back shut?
No,
Uh,
but it might any moment. Who could say?
Can I tell that he's moving away with the detect thoughts?
You haven't heard hide nor hair of him since he moved away from you originally.
Can you?
Oh, detect
spike
thoughts.
the door.
Uh,
Spike the door.
Okay.
no, detect thoughts is still there.
Now that I can't see the guy anymore, am I not freaking out as much?
You do start to calm down after a minute or so. But not because you can't see him, it's because you know he's moving away from you. And after a while, you can't even hear the scraping anymore.
I'm gonna try
Because,
to.
you know, if... No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I'm gonna try to spark on the door behind me myself and see if I can get a good look at whatever the heck that thing was on the floor.
What do you mean that thing on the floor?
The thing I stepped on that I moved around.
Oh, that was his sickle that he was scraping behind him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Because, you know, if we were uninvited interlopers interested in burgling the place, we could always work on maybe freeing or releasing you along the way.
And Red, you start hearing the scraping come back your way.
well, while Red is dealing with that terrifying, I'm going to put a python into the base of the door and slip through.
You're going to squeeze in?
Yeah.
Okay. And you've squeezed your way into a torture chamber.
You guys bring me to the most wonderful places.
Roll initiative.
Well,
Do I hear roll initiative?
Yep.
All of us, or
I guess technically all of you. Do these look orange to you guys?
That's an orange. There's one orange and
There's
one
orange
green that
and
you had in
green.
your hand there.
They should both be orange. Okay, I'm just going to spawn an orange one then. So changing the color doesn't seem to be consistent in what they look like. Oh, I need to get a different book out for this.
oh God, is it that book?
What book are you talking about, Treble? It could be any book. You
No,
don't
it,
know.
no, it couldn't. No, it couldn't.
It could be The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I mean,
it's a
It's a
weird
Planescape book.
Does anybody offhand, does the spellcrafting rules, do you get to add your proficiency to the saving throw DCs or not? I haven't used it before.
Right, when you cast a spell,
Yeah,
your spell save DC is calculated with your intelligence, just like if you were a wizard.
right, but does it add proficiency?
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
it's
what I
8
wasn't
plus
sure.
your
Yeah.
proficiency plus the
Yep.
intelligence.
Okay, so it's one higher than I had on my sheet at this point. Thank you.
All right. Let's get his hit points on the screen here. And how much experience is he worth? So, Birdie, coming into this room, you've stepped into a torture chamber. And I mean, in the center of the room, there are two large... They can only be described as autopsy tables. And they are whisper clean. There's not a scrape or a speck of blood or rust or dirt or dinge in this place. Against the back walls are several like actual implements of torture. Your standard Iron Maiden, and you see... Yeah, you have dark vision. This human gentleman... Oh, never mind. There's actually torches in here. Torch sconces on the wall, illuminating the room. And there's one behind you here. A human man who's been badly bruised, but not cut anywhere. The only wounds you see on his body are his eye sockets, which look just like the zombies from before, bleeding profusely. It does look like he's been stretched on this rack. His arms and legs have a weird torque to them. This area of the room opens up and just goes around a corner. You can see it starts to slope downward. And these orange creatures here are massive swarms of eyeballs. And when you squeeze into the room, they all snap in your direction. And you hear the man calling from the back wall, "By the gods, cover your eyes, shield your eyes."
Was a Planescape book.
I need one more orange. They rolled bad on initiative, so you got that going for you. Birdie, you go first.
I'm going to snap off a shot at this one.
Okay.
And that's a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Does not hit.
Okay, I'm going to squeeze back through the door.
Squeeze back through the doorway?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, let's see, how much movement will that cost me?
It's going to cost you 10 feet of movement to go from this square to this square.
Okay, well then I'll just move here. And
Okay.
then as I'm running by, I'm like, swarms of eyeballs, swarms of eyeballs.
We heard the dude shout, "For God's sake, close your eyes!" Right?
He said shield your eyes, not close your eyes.
Flying swarms of eyeballs.
So Wendy, you hear some kind of commotion happening down the hallway, and your fear is starting to is subsided now. You're still afraid, but you no longer are affected by the actual condition.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that there's much you could do to help him against these eyeballs from this room.
I'll just have to start hollering.
Just start your hollering.
Yeah, just start shouting out. Like,
Raazu.
I'm going to kick the python out and then try to pull the door shut.
Okay, it's gonna be just as hard to close as it was to open.
All right. That is only a 13.
A 13? No, I mean you put your hands against the door and try to slide it shut. You're not gonna be able to use the crowbar in this direction, and
Yeah.
it's not budging.
Raazu grunts, "Damn it," and then pushes her back against this wall.
That's not a wall. That's an opening that
Oh,
goes into
right.
this cell.
Yeah,
Would you
no, I
like to
don't
go
think
into the
so.
cell?
No, thank you. Yeah, she's gonna kind of shove herself into the corner, ready her halberd. In one, no, she's not gonna ready her halberd. She's just gonna throw her arm over her eyes for a second.
So your hand up above your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrex.
Hello.
Hi.
So, Raazu is facing the opening.
Raazu's got her back against this corner of the wall here,
Right.
so she'd be facing out into the hallway. I mean, she's not really facing anything. She got her hand clasped up over her eyes.
Basically, what I'm saying is, it sounds like if whatever's in here needs to travel out, they need to go like this and hit Raazu first, right? Because basically, what I'm saying is I want to try and hold an action where once I have an idea of what floating eyeball monster thing that Birdie is talking about, as soon as Adrex sees it, he hurls an axe at it.
Okay. You could do that. The actual opening would be right here.
Uh-huh.
So anything exiting from that room would have to go through Raazu's square.
Okay.
So, but you're not shielding your eyes?
Yes, Adrex is absolutely shooting his eyes.
Okay, so how are you going to see something to throw your axe at it then? How are you going to know when there's something there?
When he sees the shadow, the light.
If you're shielding your eyes, you're not going to see anything.
Bollocks. All right. Yeah. All right. Never mind. We'll just shield my eyes.
Red,
Mhm.
you hear the voice as the scraping stops coming very near to you. And it asks you in Yuan-ti, it asks you, do you believe it's wise to antagonize me so? And now it's surface thoughts in addition to that exhaustion, in addition to that torment, just great aggravation building.
I'm not antagonizing you at all. I'm simply trying to find a mutual benefit for both of us here. I mean, come on, you you checked your day planner. You know we're not invited.
So what's Red's goal here? To try to strike a deal with this creature?
Yeah, either strike a deal or once the spell's starting to run near the end, I'll see if I can't probe its mind for anyone who's ever escaped one of these. But for right now, I'm mostly keeping it away from Wendy and seeing if I can talk him out of,
Well, I guess my question is,
us.
what do you want him to do? Are you just stalling for time? Or do you want him to be do you want him to release you or tell you how to leave or
Yeah, if
leave
he,
you
I
alone?
I would love to agree because Red's a big softy. At this point, I would love to make a deal that we try and find some way to free him because it seems like he's sort of a prisoner here too, in exchange for freeing us. That would be my ideal scenario.
Okay. And what are you going to offer him?
Our services to help him.
To do this, you're going to have to convince him that you're capable of killing Inkacha. And that's going to be a hard sell.
Okay.
I will say, depending on what arguments you make, I'll start adding up persuasion successes.
Okay. Should I roll that now or what?
What argument do you tell him?
All
do you
right,
make this turn?
okay, so let's see. He's coming towards me. I mean, for instance, if something were to happen to your mistress when some, burglars were in the castle, I assume that would ultimately maybe help you out. You might be free.
Go ahead and make that check. Persuasion.
Okay. Do I get any bonus from being able to read his surface thoughts?
I'm going to say not on this first round, but I'm open to the
Sure.
concept
Being able
of
to
that.
see what I can react, what his reactions are, despite what he says. Cool. Persuasion, I'm super good at. Imagine that. This is like my best skill.
It's like this is your wheelhouse.
No. 4 blips, that's a 30.
A 30? It's a straight up 30?
Yep.
Okay.
That's an auto success would be as if I rolled a 20, right?
Yeah.
Yep. 30.
So, and his surface thoughts, you feel them turn to great hatred for Inkacha. That's going to bring us to my swarms. So, all three of you guys shielding your eyes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm shielding.
Got my hands over both eyes, just running out, going, ah!
Birdie's like gouging his own eyes out and putting them in his pockets for safekeeping. Raazu, you
Yeah.
feel this weird just swarm of something gross and slimy snake through the little opening in the door and just swarm all around your head.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make an opportunity attack against a creature you cannot see? I don't think you can. I think you have to be able to see the creature as it leaves your threat range. Oh, you know what? Birdie's in your threat range, so never mind. He doesn't actually leave your threat range anyway. It's all academic. So one of these creatures slithers past you, and it just feels like what Birdie described, floating swarm of eyeballs. Birdie
Should have stayed closer, Birdie.
and Raazu, I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws at advantage.
You also, let me just make sure that I get this. He gets this.
He's within 10 feet of you.
Yep, 10 feet. Yep. I was just making sure it was 10 feet, not 5 feet. 18
18, how'd Birdie do?
I get what, a plus what?
plus 3 to that.
So 11.
11. Birdie, you feel your eyes straining in your sockets, like severe ice cream headache, that right in the back of your eyeball kind of pain, and it's literally blinding pain.
Ah. Okay.
It's going to bring us to Birdie.
I'm going to cunning action disengage.
Okay, we'll leave it
And
leave
I'm
it there, unless you
I'm
want to bring it
trying.
with you. Grabbing hands of eyeballs out of the air
And I'm just going to run all the way to the door here.
with your eyes.
Yeah, just run straight. I'm going to just run to the end of the hall.
Okay, but with your eyes still covered.
Yes.
Okay, and that's it.
Yeah.
Wendy, you hear Red in the next cell taking a much more conversational tone. You presume he's speaking to the creature.
That's good. I mean, if anyone's gonna talk our way out of this, it's Red.
Probably. Are you doing anything else?
I'm just kind of gonna shout out to Red. Red, what does it want? Can I help?
Raazu, you're up.
I'm going to.
To quickly clarify, if you decide to uncover your eyes to attack, your eyes are uncovered on its next move as well. You go by kind of like the standard Medusa rules here.
Okay.
These rules.
Constitution, or no, I'm sorry, not Constitution saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
DC 14, please.
Fail.
On both of them?
Oh, you're affecting 2 of them, huh?
Within 30 feet, yep. 1
pass and 1 fail.
Alright, the one that passed is the one that Birdie disengaged from.
Okay.
This swarm is afraid of Raazu.
You don't get the sense that it's afraid of you at all.
Well, bollocks.
No, not bollocks. Eyeballs. I know they're similar in some ways in like texture.
No, bollocks.
Raazu, moving or staying put?
Staying put, keeping my eyes covered.
Okay. It's going to bring us back to Adrex.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
It's critical that I make this work.
I believe
Alright.
you.
I hope. I don't know why I think this is going to work, but whatever.
Okay.
All right, unshield my eyes and attack this one right in front of me.
And this thing just is horrifying, this ball of gore. All different eyeballs of shapes and sizes. And go ahead.
That is a 26.
26 will hit.
All right.
I should hope so.
So 6 damage.
Okay.
5 damage. Sorry. No, 6 damage. I'm sorry. I'm screwing that up. 6 damage.
I forgive you.
And gonna spend a superiority die, and it needs to make a DC 16th strength saving throw.
Fail.
And I'm pushing it right back into the chamber.
So you just push this swarm of eyeballs back into the chamber?
Yeah, and it takes an additional 5 points of damage.
And the door snaps shut.
There's the creative blip right there.
Moving or staying put?
Oh god, no way. We want to run. That was sick, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Red. Suddenly it's surface thoughts as you hear somewhere down the hall one of these doors slam shut. Suddenly its surface thoughts are very distracted.
I mean, burglaries go bad all the time. It might come to blows, especially if your mistress is hostile to us, and I don't know if you saw us take out the zombies, but we're not very good at combat, so it could be very long and painful on her side, because we're just not good at killing things. No, I'm alright, Birdie. Or Windy.
He tells...
Make another...
No, you don't, because you got a fucking 30. He tells you it's not your conviction he doubts. He says it's your ability. Here's the deal he gives you, and you can feel this distraction in his mind. He tells you that as we speak, your friends are playing with some of the mistress's more beloved pets. Choose between yourself, your winged comrade. I'll release you if you destroy the pets. I believe you can destroy Inkacha. If you cannot, you're mine.
When he says, I'll release you... Sorry, English is annoying. Which of those U's are singular and which of those U's are plural?
What he's saying is you get to choose. He'll open your door or Wendy's door.
Right,
Fight
but
these
the second
creatures.
U, is that plural, meaning that you, all of us are mine, or just you, I am mine, his?
Whoever you leave behind. Well, in that case, I mean, you would all be dead. Everybody outside would have been killed by these monsters, and then you belong, or Windy belongs to him.
Hey, Windy, how are you feeling for a fight?
Fine.
Let her go. She can help. Deal is, if we kill this thing, the ghost is on our side, or whatever it is.
I think it's a ghost, but like a magic ghost. I tried to headbutt it and it didn't work, and I'm pretty good at headbutting.
So, Red, you hear the scraping moving down the hallway away from you.
Kill whatever it is they released in the other room.
You got it.
All right.
I'm good at that.
Raazu, you're still covering your eyes?
Yep.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. DC's 13. You can make it at advantage if you're covering your eyes.
I think I can tank this. There we go. Yep. All
I
right.
was working under the assumption I couldn't attack the one on Raazu without actually also hitting Raazu.
It's a swarm, so you absolutely can.
Oh.
21.
Right.
That's a 21, so Raazu does pass.
Okay, and these eyeballs, Adrex, you're actually watching now. They don't seem to be doing anything. They're just swarming around Raazu in this like weird, kind of mesmerizing orbit. It's gross, but they don't seem to be attacking at all. That's going to bring us back to Birdie.
Well, I'm gonna open my eye. I'm gonna open
Open your
And
eyes.
am I still first of all, do I still have that pain in my eyes?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm not gonna open my eyes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit here and because I can't see anything.
You cannot. Not with your eyes closed and covered up.
So I'm just gonna hold my eyes and then just yell that like there's something wrong with my eyes. I can't see.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Windy inside the cage is like, what?
Windy, you start to hear the scraping return in your direction, and you feel that trepidation again.
All right, well, I'm going to hold an action.
Mm-hmm.
If I get released from here, I'm going to take a sharpshooter shot at whatever my allies are fighting. Frick, it's this. It's that.
You're not going to have line of sight to that guy from here.
Oh, I can't lean out?
You
Alright.
don't have line of sight to anything but these two squares right now.
Alright.
You can ready an
Then I'm
action
just
to
gonna-
dash out and look directly at the swarm of eyeballs if you want.
I mean, that won't get me any good, though.
Probably not. Raazu, you're up.
I am going to... Can I do anything while I'm here?
Use your violence.
Yeah, but I attack. I have to drop my guard on my eyes, and I don't like that.
That's correct.
Yeah. So tell you what I'm gonna do. As long as these things continue to swarm me, they're not swarming my allies.
Yes.
So on the off chance that something actually happens, I'm going to go ahead and dodge while keeping my eyes covered.
Dodge there. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Adrex. Carefully measuring everything out.
Trigonometry, like I picture Adrex and like all the meme where you got all the numbers and stuff.
He thought to bring a protractor.
Second verse, same as the first.
Okay.
I'll attack the swarm that's on Raazu. $19.
19. That does hit.
All right. That is 5 damage and a DC 16 strength saving throw.
Big fail.
All right. Same deal. Bam.
Additional damage.
And additional damage is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Mark it off.
And you stab out at these eyes, and there does seem to be some kind of force binding them together. And the whole ball of them goes rolling into that back cell, and the door slams shut. Moving or staying put?
I'm out of movement.
Windy,
Yeah.
the scraping gets very close to you, and you start feeling that biting chill in the air for just a moment,
Yeah.
and then your door slides open violently.
Yeah.
And suddenly, with the door open again, your torch is again giving off light.
Alright. Well, it's not my turn, right?
It is your turn.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens at the beginning of your turn.
Alright. Then I'm gonna sidle myself backwards out of here,
Okay?
and then look around for something to kill, and I'm guessing not see anything.
You see these two doors are closed, and Adrex is looking real pleased with himself.
Pleased and tired and exhausted and
He is
The whole
chuffed. I think it's
the gamut of emotions.
I think we closed them up in the cells. How do we open up the cell to kill them?
That's what you're doing with your turn?
Yeah, I don't. That's all I can figure out from what I'm here. I'm just essentially trying to talk to this guy and trying to get him to tell me how we deal with this shit that we can't.
Raazu.
radiant action. If this door swings back open again, she's gonna halberd the fuck out of it.
Okay. Adrex.
Like a neat idea. Can I, if the door does open, can I get it from here, or is it?
If the door opens and something comes out of it, yes. If it just opens, no. For example, you can attack this square with a melee attack, but not inside the cell from there.
Okay. Well, if it comes out, then already in action to smack it around.
And Windy, from somewhere behind you, and it sounds very, very far away now, like you're a football field away from it, you hear the rusty scraping recede in the back of the cell. Red.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You are just alone and in darkness. Or do you have any plans on how to affect this combat out here?
Well, I'll keep, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I mean, if anything with a mind comes within this much space that isn't one of my companions, I can try and probe its thoughts.
Okay.
Can you help
the
us?
next 5 turns. Wait, they can hear me!
They can,
That's
yeah.
within 30 feet, though. I could give people advantage if they bring something within 30 feet.
You got it.
All right. Birdie,
Yep.
it's your turn.
Do I still have the severe pain in my eyes?
You do indeed.
Then I'm just going to lurch forward a little bit and just kind of sit down.
And you accidentally bumble into the cell because you're goddamn blind. No, it's fine. I mean, even Birdie wouldn't find the cell spacious. You're just sitting down?
Yeah.
Is Windy, Raazu, or Adrex doing anything else? Or are you just keeping the same
Maintaining.
readied actions?
Maintaining those held actions.
Yeah, I'm gonna start like looking around. I'm gonna walk over here. Is there anything in the other room that we can fight? Is that door still open?
You can't see in the other room because there's only maybe a 6-inch gap or so, and Raazu's standing in front of it with her weapon readied. You're not going to be able to see much in there. You can see. You can see the
that
light.
question was what I was asking Raazu.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell Raazu, the deal is we have to kill whatever you guys let out. We don't get rid of that.
Raazu points to the 2 shuttered doors.
Well, that's not very helpful.
So, Windy, do you have a readied action?
I mean, I guess if one of these doors opens up, I'll whip it.
Okay. And again, same deal with Adrex. You're not going to be able to whip into a cell. They'd have to come out of the cell to be able to attack it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Raazu can attack if she can trigger an action with the door open because she's looking into a cell. Where
Right.
you and Adrex are standing, you don't have that luxury.
Alright.
Can my held action be? Never mind.
But if it gets next to us, then that's fine.
Red,
I'll whip it then.
Mm-hmm.
roll any die and call even or odd.
I'm going to go with odd. It is odd indeed.
Okay. And this
Oh, you
door
guys.
slams open. and this swarm of eyeballs comes out and engulfs Windy.
What the hell?
So,
What the hell?
Adrex, it has moved through your threat range.
Yep.
Why didn't you tell me it would do this?
They're real gushy. It's terrible.
Oh no, that's a 12.
Windy,
Yeah.
you're not shielding your eyes at all.
Does my whip go off though? Because it entered that square I was pointing at. This one.
Okay, well I was confused because I thought you said the trigger was if the door opens, not if it enters that square.
Well, you said then, but we won't be able to because it's too far in. And I said, okay, so it's just if it moves next to us then.
I'll let you do this, but this is your birthday and Christmas present.
Oh fuck. I love birthday and Christmas.
They're pretty good.
That's a 14.
14 does not hit.
You got it.
But go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw. DC 13.
You get +3 to this.
Alright.
What's the range on that, Raazu?
10 feet.
10 feet? Okay.
Yep.
That's a 9.
A 9. You
Yeah.
feel the same sensation I described to Birdie. This intense, like, ice cream headache feeling, like your eyes are bulging in your sockets, and you immediately go blind.
That sucks.
Birdie, you're up.
Like, I'm going to like stand up and take a blind shot with my bow. It's straight ahead.
Okay. I'm going to give them...
If
Let me
you
think
shoot
of
me,
this
I'm
thing.
throwing it back at you.
I'm in the way of both. This is a terrible idea.
I'm going to give it partial cover because you've got to go through Adrex's square and like you can't see anything, but you
Yeah.
can hear where Windy is and you know Windy's being attacked. But you are firing at disadvantage for being blind.
Yep. Do I get my does that qualify as advantage because pack tactics?
Does pack tactics involve a creature you can see? Is it an ally that you can see within 5 feet?
We will find out. Hold on.
Should be on your
Luckily,
character
this-
sheet.
I
It
know,
is
I'm
now. They fixed it.
Yeah.
I see grovel, cower, and beg.
Look, I'm going to look in the actual. Make sure you look in the actual book because we've already identified a couple of discrepancies between that sheet and the
Yeah.
release.
Give me a sec to find out what's here.
Since we
And-
got some downtime, Destil, I'm curious. Did it say C/ here or C and here?
C or the book says C or here. The sheet says C and here.
Yeah,
Weird.
so when you find discrepancies like that, make sure you correct them on your character sheet.
Yeah, that's fine. I fixed that on my own sheet now.
It says you have advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the creature and is not capacitated.
Yeah, then you cancel out that disadvantage.
Rock on.
Wait, it's not capacitated.
Yeah, is not
Never mind, keep going.
incapacitated.
Just that was a joke. Never mind.
You should know better than that. Okay, so
I
that's
should.
a 13.
13 does not hit. Moving or
Okay.
staying put?
Staying put because I don't know where I am.
Windy.
Alright. So. I go blind, right?
You
I'm
are
gonna
blind.
Start slashing with my longsword
Okay.
at the thing.
This seems very dangerous.
That's fine, I'm a monk.
Don't worry, guys. I'm a monk.
Don't worry, guys, I'm a monk.
Said nothing bad has ever happened after someone has said that.
That's a 20.
20 will hit.
For 14 damage. I've got a lot of attacks coming because I'm going to flurry blow, so I'm just going to roll these die a lot, Brick.
That's fine. That was 14 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Does that count as
16 to
magical
hit.
damage?
magical slashing, yeah.
Okay.
14 to hit? Or not 14, a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. And now my unarmed strikes, a higher than 16. And what does that count as? A 3. And a 10.
10's not going to do it.
Alright, so the other longsword attack first. That's 5 magical slashing,
Okay.
and then the kick,
Oh, that poor guy on
Is-
the rack.
9 magical slashing.
Okay, and as you whip your sword around and levy this kick, I mean, you're puncturing and exploding eyeballs. They're just kind of showering the ground around you. You hear the wet splatter as they all hit the ground. There's lots more where that came from. Moving or staying put?
If I move, is the swarm coming with me?
You have no idea.
I'm gonna move.
Move to where?
Here.
Okay, the swarm does not come with you. You shoulder your way out of the swarm and feel your way directly into another cell.
Oh, damn it. Exactly, directly into the same cell.
Does it get an opportunity attack?
It doesn't take one.
Okay.
Raazu, you're up.
I appreciate you helping Brick, though. Thanks.
No, I'm helping Brick to help me.
Help
Take a
Brick
swing
help
at this
me
thing.
help you.
Exactly. I'm gonna take a swing at this doodly whacker.
Okay.
That
Doodly
is-
whacker.
Yeah, that's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah, let's put some Paladin Stank on that, shall we? Second level slot for that. That is 7 slashing damage and a lot of radiant damage. 21.
21.
Yep.
You fling your halberd down through this thing, and the ones that light up with radiant damage explode violently, and now there's less than half of the swarm left.
That seems to work.
Moving or staying put?
Staying put.
Adrex.
Alright. Attack.
Okay.
First attack.
You still covering your eyes?
No.
No. So nobody's got their eyes covered right now.
One. Alright, second attack.
Got the one out of your system. Now you gotta get the other 3 out of your system.
Oh,
Almost there. Almost there.
Great. That's a 21.
21 will hit.
Alright. For 7 damage.
Okay.
I will say I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah.
And Red, same held action?
Yep.
Okay. What's their movement? I think a bunch of people are going to get opportunity attacks here, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
So it's going to leave Raazu's threat range first.
Nope. Well, let me take that swing first.
You're not covering your eyes, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm assuming that a 10 does not hit, huh?
10 does not hit.
How about 10, 20, about a 12?
12 also does not hit.
Then that feature is burned.
And that's going to leave Adrex's threat range.
Yeah, I'll stab it.
Okay.
I tried. I really did.
I believe you.
We all believe in you.
That
Yeah.
is a 22
You got it.
You did a lot better than me.
for another 8 damage.
Okay. And Windy,
Uh-huh.
you feel the swarm engulf you once again.
Ah!
It's a Constitution saving throw. DC is 13.
You got it.
You don't get +3 this time. Sorry.
I don't forgive you.
Oh,
Wouldn't have helped anyway, though.
And Windy
Man, roll-
cries
man.
out in pain as her eyes are torn from her face
oh,
and join the swarm.
Oh.
That's gross. That's really gross.
I have good news, though.
I always knew this would happen!
The good news is this doesn't do any damage.
such an ass.
That's gross. That's really gross.
Whose idea was the Underdark again?
Birdie, you're pretty sure you couldn't see it because you still got your hands over your eyes, but you're pretty sure you understand what just happened down the hallway.
Yeah.
It was Birdie's fault. Birdie said we should come here.
No, I didn't.
Hey, let's get the magical rocks. Let's get more of them.
No, I wanted to go.
Are you wasting your turn having this argument?
No. Like, I'm just gonna, like, double hold my eye, like, just double shield my eyes and, like, bunker down.
Okay.
Get
Windy.
the fetal position.
Yeah. Wait, I need to know a quick Breck.
Yeah.
Because it has been previously established that my eyes are full of herbal flame.
They're
so
what?
is it the owls floating in the swarm, or is it my eye sockets?
It's been previously established that what?
You asked what our change was when we came back from the Feywild, and mine was that my eyes had flickering flame in them now.
Then there
So
are
I
two
wonder,
eyeballs
is
with
it
flickering
in the
flame in the
or is it
swarm
in
now.
my eye sockets?
No, the flickering flame's in the swarm.
You all can tell. Get those back.
I want those two specifically. It's your turn
I
now.
need those.
I need those.
Now, just to run down the quick list, because this is going to be your life for a while.
Yeah.
Blind means you can't see.
All
You
right.
fail all checks involving sight. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Okay.
So what's going on?
Yeah. Let's just longsword him.
Okay.
That's a 25.
That'll hit.
No, it's not. It's 23.
23,
Something
that'll...
crazy. That's a 10. That's a 13. That's a 9.
So those are all to hit rolls?
Yeah.
So just the first longsword strike hits. You're going for
You
flurry
got
of
it.
blows?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's 14 damage. Thing magical.
And you slash wildly with your longsword, and you feel it strike some of these eyes out of the air. There's just a few now. Moving or staying put?
I'll stay put.
Okay, Raazu.
Close. And... close here.
Okay,
Take a swipe at it.
do it.
Help. Okay, this die is going to die jail.
Wait, Dice Jail also shrinks them down? That doesn't seem fair.
Gotta have room for more dice.
Exactly. There's another one.
It's just harder to hit them now because there's way fewer of them. You don't have to take blame for that. That's perfectly understandable.
Happens to everyone when they get older.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving or staying put?
God, don't say that, Nodal. It was my birthday yesterday. Staying put.
Adrex.
Alright.
Eyes open or closed? Open?
Open.
Okay.
This thing needs to die. And we're not going to kill it at disadvantage the whole time, so...
I don't know. I got that one pretty good.
You couldn't give me the 20. It's 13.
13 does not hit.
An attack. It's a blip is what that is.
It's a blip. All right, here goes.
It's an 18.
That'll hit.
All right. Yay!
Can you be the guy
pull
right
it
here?
off.
Bye,
Oh
die.
my goodness. There it goes.
So,
It would have been a 1 if it had fallen off.
8 damage.
How much?
8.
8. And with a few sure strikes, you pierce the last few eyes. And they hit the ground.
I don't suppose. Windy's flaming eyes are still intact. Are
No,
they?
I mean, they're in this pile of eyeballs. You can probably fish them out from the ground.
No, thank you.
You can. It's very easy to identify which ones they are. They're the ones that are like on fire. Red, same held action.
Actually, let's go ahead and shift the detect thoughts to the background intelligence and see if I can get any service thoughts.
The surface thoughts are curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
but great caution.
Mm-hmm. That's my action.
Okay, and you guys killed the first swarm just in time for the second door to fly open.
Yep. Raazu calls out the others. There's another one coming.
30. Okay, so it's going to leave Adrex's threat range first.
Yeah. All right. That's a 23.
That'll hit.
It's 7 damage.
Wendy, you need to look up and find out if you can use an attack of opportunity on a creature that you can't see.
You got it.
Yeah, 7 damage.
Yep.
Okay, it's going to leave Raazu's threat range next.
No, I can't.
You can, okay.
I'm
Raazu,
gonna put all the dice in the dice jail
okay,
today.
and
That's
then
my
Wendy
goal.
doesn't get one.
I've literally rolled. I've literally rolled 3 4 ones today.
You all watch as this swarm slithers deftly through all of you and is heading towards Birdie, who's still kind of cowering there, covering his eyes. And Birdie, you can hear the swarm getting closer.
I was just shouting, Birdie, defend yourself.
Going to activate my skirmisher and 1, 2, 3, move closer to them.
Okay. So that's
The
a
best.
reaction to disengaging it there?
Yeah, it's a skirmisher. Like I can move up to half my speed as a reaction. Yeah.
Okay, so that's your reaction, but now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
It's called. That was a really good use of reaction there.
Shoulder your way and get past all of them.
Yeah.
Wendy, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to...
Oh, this thing's dead. We can get rid of this. Not this thing. This thing. It's gone.
This thing's dead. Just threw Wendy out in the
You're
trash.
still carrying this torch with you?
I mean... Don't be rude.
Just trying to be
I'm gonna
clear.
I'm gonna push my way forward until I can feel the stupid eyeballs on my face.
Okay, and yeah, it's not difficult to find them.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take them out. I feel much better about taking these out because I know I'm not taking out my own eyes. That's a 20.
20 will hit.
That's a disadvantage. Wow.
Nodal doesn't roll terribly like you guys do. He's using the dice from the dice jail.
Yeah. That's a 17 and a miss.
To be fair, if I got to roll any more dice this session, I was going to, but
And a 13.
I don't see either of those
13
happening.
does not hit.
Okay. So 17 and...
Listen, those dice were duly incarcerated after like due process and trial and
That's 23 altogether. Slashing magical.
I need it one at a time.
Okay, so that's 14 slashing magical and then 9 slashing magical.
Okay. Yeah, you just wade directly into this swarm and you start chopping eyeballs out of the air. Moving or staying put?
I'm good here. What are they gonna do? Take my eyes?
Raazu, you're up.
Close.
2 of them can
and
pop back in.
Try to do my best.
Okay.
I'm getting new dice for this. It's
I
a
mean, I'm
one.
playing a monk. This was always going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're a monk
real.
without blind fighting. How long was that going to last?
I'm probably gonna get like some fucking superpowers in about 2 episodes.
Right.
I'm gonna go
that's
find
a-
the ancient scroll.
That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, I'm gonna put Paladin stank on this because God knows we need it right now. Okay, that's 6 slashing damage
Okay.
and 9 radiant damage.
Okay, and you have chopped through, just like before, with your halberd, and the radiance just completely immolates some of these eyeballs. And there's less than half of the swarm still exists.
I'm gonna get another swing here in a second. I was just docking myself a spell slot. Sorry.
Okay.
So let's do it again. It's a 17.
Will hit.
Paladin stank for that for 5 slashing damage and 9 radiant damage.
Okay. And you're dwindling it down. Moving or staying put?
Staying put.
Adrex.
Figure I
Alright.
got 1 turn if it comes at me.
I'm going to attack it.
Very good.
No. That's an 11.
Back to dice jail.
Second attack. Oh!
Now,
Yeah,
can
putting
only
that one in
D20s
next
go
to-
to dice jail?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is, I realize that is profiling, but yes.
Action surge.
Okay.
Next attack.
Start the ride again.
Ever see the game show, what is it, Get the Picture with Mike O'Malley?
Nobody's ever seen a game show that you've heard of. No.
That's a Nickelodeon show. I got your back, McDohl.
Instead of screaming power surge, Adrex action surge, just like that. That's a 25.
That's good. That'll do it.
Action surge!
Then the Mortal Kombat music just blares out of nowhere.
Yep, that's true.
Uh,
By my die.
that is 6 damage.
Okay.
Another attack.
I had to burn all of our bullshit for this thing.
16.
16 will hit.
All right. For 7 damage
For 7.
and DC 16 strength saving throw, please.
Big fail. It turns out a big old cloud of eyeballs isn't very strong.
All right, and it takes another 4 damage.
Okay.
As tempting as it is to throw it back into the cell, Adrex will just slam it against the wall instead.
Okay. Red,
That
you're
would
up.
be hilarious.
Let's go ahead and have that background intelligence make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw as I probe its mind.
A DC what?
14.
Made it easily.
Okay. I think that ends the spell.
Yes, if it succeeds, the spell ends, and the chittering is no longer there.
As a bonus action, I can give Windy a advantage against this, assuming it can hear me. I don't know if it has a sense of sound, but
I guess we'll find out on Wendy's turn.
yep.
Can safely go through Wendy's. Oh, I guess didn't leave Wendy's threat range. Raazu,
Hey,
I need a Constitution saving throw DC 13.
sure thing.
Make this.
I probably should, yeah. Easily.
Easily? Okay.
Yep.
Birdie.
Yep.
Birdie, fight it!
I'll take a shot at it.
At disadvantage, you will.
No advantage. Not. I mean, just regular.
Just regular type.
So that is 7. That's 15.
That'll hit.
That's so whack. You mean wiggity whack? No, just regular type.
If you're going to quote it, do the voices, man.
That is a total of
My throat
11
can't handle
damage.
it right now.
11 damage?
Piercing, yeah.
Okay, and now you're down to the last just few eyeballs swarming around Raazu here. Birdie, moving or staying put?
Staying put.
You hear the man in the room behind you on the other side of the little crack, very frantically. Do you speak Undercommon?
Yeah.
Pleading with you to come back in and release him.
Birdie tells him to shut up.
Wendy,
Yeah.
you do
I'm
in
gonna-
fact have advantage on this roll.
Alright, I'm gonna take out these eyeballs on
They're
Raazu.
really worried about me. I distracted them really well from the other side of this iron door.
Raazu, don't move!
I suddenly feel very uncomfortable about
Rossi,
this.
she told you not to move.
I told you not to move! That's 11, and then my flare blows, a miss, and I should have used the bad dice as a 13.
13, so none of those hit.
told you not to move, Raazu.
You just ended up punching Raazu in the face.
Moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
Raazu, can you be the guy right here?
Allegedly, we'll see.
We'll see.
That will hit. So I rolled better than a 13. That's 12 slashing damage.
And that's enough. You swing your halberd around in an arc, and you take out the last few of these eyes.
Raazu lets out a deep breath.
And as soon as that happens, Red,
Mm-hmm.
your door slides open.
So I'll call out into the wall. Is there anything we'll have to do special to free you after we kill the mistress? As I walk out.
Make an insight check.
Oh, yeah. $14.
If the mind flayer you spoke to was telling the truth, the mistress is already dead.
Wait, who are we coming over to kill?
He wants you to kill Inkacha, the priestess here.
Is she not the mistress?
Who else did you presume the mistress to be?
Right, but I thought she was still alive. I'm confused here.
Well, what your insight check gets you is that if you're selling this guy on the idea that the mistress's death will release him, that's obviously not the case.
Okay. No, I was asking you if there was anything else we needed to do to release him after
I
we
think
killed
she's
the
a
mistress.
horrible undead.
So before you leave the cell, you hear his voice, and as you walk across the threshold, you no longer hear it again. But he confirms that the death of the mistress will release him from bondage.
Oh, Windy.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad.
You'll never play piano again.
I've
like, I
got
can't-
your eyes right here.
I can't tell how bad it is because I can't see my own eye sockets.
Well, Adrex, this is your department.
Would a healing potion fix it?
Didn't do any damage.
Oh.
No, her eyes have been ripped out of her head.
I mean, I'm assuming it looks exactly like all these.
A little better than that because she's not a zombie.
Right.
But yeah,
Also
essentially.
wasn't in the acid and slurping. Slurp acid.
I mean, we can recover your eyes, but I don't know how we're going to preserve them.
And Birdie, as you walk over, as you remove your hands, you realize you can't see either, even after you open your eyes.
Ah.
Raazu
Just like
turns to look at
bastard.
Birdie. Are Birdie's eyes gone too?
No, his are still there. He just can't see. And he's still got this severe headache.
Okay, that might go away after a while, Birdie, but I don't know if there's anything we can do for you, Wendy.
So what's everybody's next move? We're going to take our break now, but give me a sense of what we're doing when we come back.
Probably
Is
gonna it's the deal with this guy that's chained up in here.
Okay.
Adrex, do you have anything in your healer's kit that would help preserve the organs?
Well, Brick Road, do I?
Sure, I'll say you have like a bottle of
I've got-
formaldehyde or something to squeeze these eyes into.
Because I've got, gauze and stuff that can probably work temporarily, but...
They're also like weird Feywild fire eyes, though.
So, I mean, they're probably fine, to be honest.
Alright.
So what do you
Alright,
do with
gotcha.
the eyes, Adrix? Like, where do you put them? So when they come to life to kill all of you guys, I can know.
When they become their own swarm.
Right.
Fuck, it's Adrex, man.
I just picture Adrex holding them up to his own eyes and going, "Look."
Adrex not that insensitive.
Adrex, give them the red! Oh, God.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll take
Yep.
15 minutes. Go ahead and get your coffee, get your bagel. We'll reconvene here about 5 o'clock.